Brock Lesnar versus Oba Femi. Power versus power. But only one of them is leaving WrestleMania, looking like a monster. Here are my predictions. So a little bit of a backstory as to why these two are even having a match at WrestleMania. Oba Femi made his debut close to the Royal Rumble, or I think it was at the Royal Rumble. And in that match, Brock Lesnar was also in there too. Now you can see WWE were trying to tease a potential setup for these two, and that's exactly what we got. They had a big face-off and the crowd absolutely lost it. Oba Femi went on an undefeated streak not long after that, taking down a few notable names like Rusev and Viking Raiders or the War Raiders, whatever they go by. He did it in a squash match. Now, Oba Femi's on a major push at the moment, if you couldn't tell, and they have a lot of future plans for him. And you can tell by the way they allowed him to lay out Brock Lesnar in the ring. And you could also tell in the fact that Brock Lesnar was backing down on multiple occasions. It's also worth pointing out that Oba Femi is also on an undefeated streak at the moment on the main roster, and I imagine that will continue for some time. Also, when you factor in the possibility that Brock Lesnar is very likely to disappear after WrestleMania, I'm going to go with Oba Femi as the victor. They've done a very good job in building him up. They've done a very good job in making him look believable. When guys usually take on Brock Lesnar, a lot of these guys don't actually look like they could actually beat him. They don't look legitimate, but considering WWE has invested a lot of time into the overall production of Oba Femi, from his entrance to his menacing ring walk to the way he also goes about actually wrestling within the ring, I truly do believe that Oba Femi will actually be successful in taking down Brock Lesnar. If not, then WWE has wasted a lot of months. Now, as for how I envision Oba Femi will beat Brock Lesnar, it's pretty simple. He has to go over clean. I don't think they're going to do their best to protect Brock Lesnar in this situation, and I don't think one loss against Oba Femi hurts Brock Lesnar. If there's ever a way to make their new build in Oba Femi look super believable, it would be with a clean win. Now, I've heard rumblings that Brock Lesnar possibly might go on to take on Gunther round about SummerSlam. Who knows that's even true? But I feel like Oba Femi could definitely benefit from this win, because if he loses, then he no longer has the believability, and whoever he challenges next, or whoever challenges him next, then there's going to be serious doubt creeping into our mind as to whether or not Oba Femi can get the job done. And like I said, they throw away and they lose a lot of what they built. The only thing that I don't like about the build so far is on Raw, the contract signing that they had. The week prior to that, it ended in a big schmaz, massive brawl. And the week later, they had each start out individually in the ring to sign the contract. The only issue that I had was if Brock Lesnar and Oba Femi really wanted to get at it and really wanted to get at each other, they were both in the same building. What was stopping them from actually going into the ring and taking out the other party? Again, it's a small little nuance thing that I'm nitpicking at, but it would have been nice to see in the final Raw before WrestleMania, both of these two have one more brawl. So for that, like I said, I go with Oba Femi. He kind of has to win. It is on a massive push right now. Where it ends up, I don't know, but a victory would definitely help in wherever he goes next. So I'd like to hear your prediction. Who do you think's going to win? Do you think WWE has just built Oba Femi to be fed to Brock Lesnar? Or do you think with the build that they've given Oba Femi, it's all going to lead to him beating Brock Lesnar? Let me know in the comment section.